Okay, I want to get this before I lose it. A download. You have to treat your manifestations like a cat, like a feline. You have to be confident enough, centered enough, emboldened, empowered enough, secure enough, stable for them to want to come around to you. I don't care what you're manifesting. We said a Lamborghini earlier. Um, and yeah, so it's like, but that's the point. It's like, you ever notice that when you like mention something that you don't care about, it pops up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I mentioned like a pool table, like getting a pool table in my apartment or something, which would be really cool, by the way. And then I saw one like listed for like $1 on Facebook Marketplace, right? So it's easily accessible. And look at this energy came through as like a beeline. That's why we've been getting like a beeline, like straightforward, believe in it. But yes, you have the belief in your manifestations or your dream come true, whatever it is that you're attracting or pulling in or manifesting, magnetizing. But think about it like a feline. This could go for apply this to Libra, which I think is fitting actually. 111 on the clock, because Libra is about relationship, right? Particular person to person, not so much this fucking wanting to flop out. You got the Emperor in reverse, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, High Priestess, King of Cup in the upright, Nine of. So this is like you are like that beacon, right? But and so yes, there's attraction there to your manifestations or to the people, places, opportunities, materials that you're trying to manifest. But the key is that you want to. The only way that you could really be that beacon or be that comfortable owner that the cat wants to settle next to is your energy has to be right. If your energy is frantic or not stable or too runner chasery, whether you're the runner or the chaser, then that feline, I don't know why it's coming across as a feline. I think I put the connection before I started doing this video. I think it has something to do with the full moon. It's almost as if the energies or the cards are saying that the full moon, because the full moon's in Leo, right? And Leo is the feline. It's the cat, the big cat. It's almost saying that like, and I'm thinking of a video where one cat helped another kitten. Kitten was playing with a toy that was suspended like on one of those mini fridges, so it was just out of its reach and it was hanging down like a fishing pole setup. And the cat knocked the toy on top of the mini fridge, so it couldn't get it because it's a kitten. It's too small. So the bigger cat jumped up and helped it. So I'm almost getting that with like spirit or your manifestations. The reason that the kitten gets it is because it's like pure. It's pure and innocent, and you could say it deserves it. 314 on the clock. That's the number of pi Fibonacci sequence golden ratio. And I'm not saying that you haven't done the work, because you've done the work in the 3D is what this is coming across as. 333 on the clock. But it's the energy of having done all the work, right? It's like when you ask like a teenage kid, like, help me with the groceries. They do it, but they're like in a huff and a puff and they're pissy about it. That's the point. It's the same thing with the universe and the manifestations. Very interesting there. Because you've done the work, but the Nine of Wands, and this was coming out yesterday with the Eight of Wands energy. Watched the general reading for the Eight of Wands yesterday. How quickly the Eight of Wands is this fun, sexy, young, communicative, fast in, fast out Sagittarian energy. How fast does that become the Nine of Wands? Burdened, bogged down, resentful, bitter, baggage. And it's so funny that I use that analogy for groceries because the Nine of Wands is baggage. But to me, this says that you could represent that cup of milk, cold, crisp, straight out the fridge, straight out the market, freezer, that cat wants to come and drink up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that manifestation wants to come and be a part of. I know it sounds really woo-woo, but Something about the energy, you know? It speaks to that kind of like undeniability, right? With the King of Cup in the upright. Do you believe in love and love? Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm not mad at this. This is very cool. I just had to jump on and record that revelation. It was mainly the point about the cat, the manifestation being like the cat. And you have to have that kind of settled, serene, stable energy within yourself. I can feel something inside you say. You have the High Priestess here, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I mean, clearly this is speaking to when the quote-unquote manifestation doesn't come in. High Priestess is that kind of waiting solemnly for something to work. Emperor doesn't see it or get it, and then it may cause one to lose faith, strengthen the reverse. But that's the key, is like, we're a part of this energetic fabric. We mentioned the pi number earlier. What's significant about that? Well, pi is this kind of like divine sequence, right? It's it makes me think of like the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio, things of that nature. Where our 3D, what we consider 3D reality, grounded, stable, is actually hard-coded with mathematical magic. So the very fiber and essence of our reality is, number magic. Our reality is hard-coded magic sequences. From the swirl of a hurricane, the swirl of a seashell, to the swirl of my ear. You know what I'm saying? And like, we know that, but we still go galumphing around life like that shit is not real. Why do we do that? The reality is the safety net. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that doesn't mean like put your hand in the fire, but it's like the reality is the safety net. So crazy. And another reason why I say that and I speak to that is because when you turn this card in the upright, I wrote up here the words trust, faith, and God. And it's fading out. I actually wrote that with this marker here. I did it a while ago, 818 on the clock. And the significance of those words are alphanumerically, if you attribute each letter that makes up those words, faith, trust, God, and you give it an alphanumerical value, 1 through 26, A through Z, each letter has a corresponding number. When you write the word faith and you add up all those numbers, it comes out to the number 8. And this is the number 8 card in the tarot. And this infinity symbol is also the 8 turned sideways. So if you add up the letters that spell out faith, it comes out to a number 8. If you add up the numbers alphanumerically that spell out trust, it comes out to the number 8 when you add up the numeric equivalent to those letters. And when you add up the numbers for God, it comes out to 8. And so here again it faded, but I put exclamation point AN for alphanumeric and then number 8. And then I thought it was fitting to put it on the strength card. Because anytime you're running out of faith or losing, remember, to the point of the reference to 3.14 earlier, the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, you'd be a fucking idiot to not believe that there's something bigger, better, magical, special happening here. And the powers that be right now, speaking of spiritual warfare, they want you to not know that. They want you to think it's all doom and gloom. They want you to be depressive, suicidal, isolated, all that shit. But now is the age of Aquarius, making those soul tribe connections. Bringing it all together, babe. All right, let's roll on over. That was beautiful. That was perfect.